Hello, just want to insert this before this video starts. It's a bit long, I know, but I've been to Portugal. I love Portugal. I used to go regularly, but I don't go so much now. It's just more of a one-off. But the Portuguese people are lovely, the scenery is lovely, and I tried editing it down more, but it kind of didn't make sense. So, and it missed loads of stuff out that I wanted to show you. I recorded far too much. So I wanted you to see the real Portugal, away from the Algarve and away from the big cities. So I hope I got that. Like I said, if you don't like it, just fast forward it. I think I'm going to put it into 3 videos. So if you get bored, just skip the next 2. But it's I find it really interesting. I love the Portuguese people. I love the place, and yeah, I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. Hello. Something a bit different today. I've got a euroliner behind me. Now, I want to say the obvious, so welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, ring the little bell, you'll get notifications when I'm here again. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I will try and get back to you. So, yeah, you can read that sign. We're heading north. We're heading north up the A1, and it's dark, so good start to the day. So, what are we up to? We are on our way to Durham city centre. Yes, that's the one. Durham, 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 Durham. Okay, I know, childish, but I was amused. Now, it should have been easy for me to get into the city centre, up the A1 and then across on the 690. But whatever reason, the A1 is shut where I want to get off at. So I've had to get off lower down, and like the rest of the world, I've had to come up the A167, which led to traffic everywhere because obviously everybody's got to go the same direction. So this is the other end of the 690, so I'm sort of coming along the 690 but the opposite direction to what I should have been. But it's easy enough, then roads are big enough, but it's just a bit of a nuisance. So I have been given directions. I know it's at the back of this big hotel in front of me. And they did say it does look like you are turning into a multi-storey car park, but you're not. You actually want the road that's behind the cinema and the hotel. So now, like most Euroliners and like my fridge, I'm running at 4 meters. So as there's no signs on this, I'm guessing that I'll be able to get under it, and it looks fine. There's no saying don't come under it anyway, and if I'm collecting it underneath. It's pretty low. It is pretty low, I'll give them that. I've got my flashy lights on so they know I'm coming through and that I'm not going the wrong direction. Because I mean, if you come under it, and somebody will probably stop you and say, are you going the right way? So if you've got your flashy lights on, at least they know, you think you know where you're going anyway. And the thing is with places like this, is people aren't expecting you to be there. So if you've got your flashy lights on, if you're going steady, if you're taking it slow, at least you look like you know what you're doing, and they have time to react to seeing you in somewhere that they're not expecting to see you. I mean, this, I don't know anything about Durham at all, but it does look like this has all been, what's the word, but it's all been done up and everything, and I bet these places are quite expensive, right by the river here and everything. I mean, it does look a very nice place. So what we're collecting is a piece of art, modern artwork that's been on display somewhere or been a background to a display. It's been taken down and packed by proper art packers, which I guess are something like people that pack your houses but know a lot more about art than house packers. And it's been specially packed and it's going to another exhibition in Portugal. So like most exhibitions or places like things like that, they take it all down and it gets sent to an area like this. You can see on the right here, like a proper area that gets stored until people come in.
Hello.
Morning.
I'm going to pick some stuff up.
I have.
Right, just wait there for a second. I'll tell the gaffer and then...
Thank you very much. Oh, well, that's a result. Morning.
Hello there.
How are you?
What have you come for?
So I've just walked up, just checking the space. He's going to move that white van for me so I can get round. There is quite a bit of space to get in here. I don't know why somebody would park a blue car there. Never mind. But there's quite a space to get in, so I'll just take it steady and go round. Fella's just moving their cone so I don't run them over. Don't worry, I won't flatten your cones. Oh, he's moved his van. Good job, moved his van. So all this, what happens with these exhibitions, like I said, is they all get taken down and different elements of it get taken to storage areas like this as they take it down. I mean, some places, like say like the NEC or the O2 or something, they just go straight into the back of the lorries as they're doing it. I used to do quite a bit of this exhibition work a while ago in a previous life, and I'm taking it that that's all our boxes because they're professional crates. They are that it's all been professionally packed and everything. Apparently, it's quite a fragile, whatever it is. Let's just keep an eye on that forklift driver, make sure he sees that I'm here before we go round. Thank you very much. I'll carry around. So I'll just get it as straight as you can because you've got to load both sides. He said there's 2 forklifts and they'll load both sides. So we'll get it as straight as we can and get the curtain open. It is as windy as heck today. Just the sort of weather that you want to be opening the curtains with. Where's my fridge? Anyway, I've tied my hair up just to keep it out of the way for a bit because I'll be up and down like a yo-yo, I can guess. The fella on the other side did ask me if he wanted to open the other side. I said, just give me a minute, do one side at a time. There's too much wind about, I don't need it going and bonking somebody on the head. Thank you. So for anybody that doesn't know, some of the main differences between a euroliner and a taut-liner stroke normal curtain sider is euroliner generally runs at 4 meters. It has no internal posts. It has no bar going along the roof. It has an opening roof so that it can be loaded down through the top with the overhead crane, and it also has boards on the side. It has no internal straps, so it has boards at the side, which I'm taking down now. I have a full set of boards. Some countries insist that for every place for a board, that a board has to be there, Germany being one of them, because it is part of the structure of the vehicle as they see it, and it does. I always at least have one board in each bay, because it does help the movement of the trailer, the way the trailer moves. They do tend to stop the trailer twisting as you're going along, because there's nothing internal to give the trailer strength. And because it doesn't have a solid roof, it's best not to open the side posts all at the same time. The side posts are keeping the roof up, and also when it's windy like this, keeping the roof attached, because otherwise you've got nothing to support the roof at all if you open them all at once. So as you can see, we've got it all on. Every box is strapped. I did put the boards up as we went along. Worked quite well with the forklift drivers. They did nearly have one box over. But as you've probably noticed, that although they're boxes on top of each other, they're joined together, so that makes them more stable anyway. And this trailer's got internalised, so I put the strap over, hooked to one side, and then went along and did all the ratchets up once they'd finished loading it. And I have to admit, it looks quite smart. So, jumper off, hands washed, let's make a move. Oh, he's moved his cones again. Thank you. See you next time. Bye. So, flashing lights back on. Let's get out. I still don't understand why that blue car parked there. There's a car park right there, and there's a car park up there as well, look. Why would you not park in the car park when it's right next to you? Strange people about. It is very pretty here. I mean, I don't know what the story is, whether this has all been done up or whatever. Anyway, like I said, flashy lights on. Let's go out and try not to run anybody over on the way. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. See, flashy lights, they do make a difference, and they just warn people, let you come in. Thank you very much, Mr. Bus Driver. Thank you again. So I'm going to get out to Durham, and I will bring you back somewhere in France. Oh, welcome back, but a bit early because I wasn't expecting this. There's something wrong with the doors on the ferry, so we're having to drive in and turn around at the top and go back again because there's only one set of doors working. Wasn't expecting that. Used to have to do this on one of the Spanish ferries all the time because only the one door was big enough to get out of, but don't usually have to do this on the Portsmouth-Cairn crossing. Oh well, every day's different. Oh, this looks like a result as well. It looks like I'm going to be right at the front. Oh, I do like it when a plan comes together. we go. So I'll bring you back, well, later. I'm not quite sure when I get down through France, I think. Hello, welcome back to very early in the morning. So I came down through France yesterday. I stopped about an hour north of the Spanish border, which is what all these lights are flashing for. Just coming down to the Spanish border now. So I didn't film coming down through France because you have seen it before, and it would make this video extremely long if I put all that in as well. And most of it was motorway. Very quiet, very uneventful, apart from having to get up at ridiculous o'clock this morning. But having saying that, Radio 2's in concert this morning was Marillion 1987 or something. So it did make getting up at stupid o'clock worth it. Oh, that's unusual. Even the Guardia Civil up early. I'm not going to stop and change my country here because I'm going to stop just up the road to get diesel because I'm going a different way to Portugal to what I normally go. Normally I come off at this junction here, so that's why I stop in this area. But I'm actually stopping 5k's up the road to get diesel, so I'll change it there. Welcome to daylight. We are coming down. We are south of Burgos, if anybody's following on the map. We're south of Burgos and we're coming to the top of the A1 here. So if I was going to Madrid, I'd stay in the left 2 lanes. If I was going to Burgos, I'd stay in the far right. But we're going to Portugal, which means Valladolid, and we need to be in these 2 lanes. So that's where we're going. I'm going to stop and get a cup of coffee in a minute because we're about 4.5 hours from where I started, and the people in this little cafe along here are quite nice and the coffee's nice. Not a big coffee fan, but their coffee is nice. Coffee done, back at it. As you can see, we're going to Portugal. Amusing that road sign, I have to admit. But at this time of year it's quieter along this road. I'm going to stop about an hour before the border and top up with fuel, because for this company, and I would say for most companies, the fuel is cheaper in Spain than it is in Portugal. So I'm going to safe parking when I just get an hour or so down the road to the border. So I'll fill up just this side of the border, and then I won't have to fill up when I get further down. I've never actually been to this garage before. I don't know why. I can't remember where I filled up last time I came into Portugal. I've been to Portugal quite a few times. Well, yeah, a number of times I've been to Portugal. I just haven't filmed them. Maybe it was before I started my YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, I've been a few times. But I don't know why I haven't been to this garage before. Or maybe I have and it doesn't ring a bell. Don't know. But we'll top up here. So we're about an hour and a bit away from the border. So I'll bring you back when I'm getting towards the border. towards the border. Now I'm going to come off here and go to use the old road and go to the old TIR park at Villa Formosa. Normally, if you were coming down and you were going straight to Portugal, you'd keep to the left and you'd go straight on. That's the IP5, and it just goes straight across and you'll go straight into Portugal. There would be no need for you to stop anymore. But I'm coming off here, going to the old road, which will take me into the parking, the old TIR park, which is pretty safe. It's this is the way that we came before they did the new road. I mean, the road is recent in my terms anyway. I don't know how long it's been there, but it hasn't been there for long. It's all EU money, I think. And if anybody's watching and they want to know how to get to this place, come off for this, and you want to follow the signs. It's the little blue signs above your head. Look, they've got a picture of a lorry and it says Portugal TIR. That will take you to parking. It's not just a customs post; it is a parking area. So, and there's cafes and everything there, and it's pretty secure. And I say pretty secure because it's not officially a secure parking area. 1 kilometre to Portugal. It's not officially a secure parking area, but touch wood, I have never ever had any problems there, and I've never known anybody to have any problems there. Something amusing, I am now in Spain. The parking is just over there, and it is 14:15, and there is Portugal, the other side of the border. And now I'm in Portugal, and you can see on the other side of the border, and the other side of the border we revert to UK/Irish time of 13:15, because Portugal is on UTC time. So if I stand here, my right hand is in Portugal, UTC time, and my left hand is in Spain, UTC +1. So it may just be my sense of humour, but I find it amusing. I find it like a Back to the Future type thing. I mean, I know we cross borders regularly, but when we cross a time zone, there's usually a plane or a boat or a train involved. We don't actually manage to walk across a time zone very often. Well, another stupid o'clock start, another stupid o'clock, and it's a foggy day. What's that about? I'm not going to be able to show you anything at this rate. This parking is concrete, and where it gets very, very cold here, and where the frost gets on the concrete, it's made some very big holes. And of course, because it's an old border crossing, and this TIR park doesn't get used for official customs anymore, that I'm aware of anyway, it doesn't get repaired very often, so you kind of have to, it's a bit like a lunar landing in places, but just have to kind of avoid the potholes. But there's a cafe. This is a big parking area, and like I showed you, just literally half of it's in Spain, half of it's in Portugal, but the other side of that border post, and so you can walk down to one side and get your dinner in a Spanish cafe, and there's a supermarket down there, or you can walk to the other side and get your dinner and your shopping in a Portuguese cafe or a supermarket. You just take your pick. Well, I'm not going to be able to show you much, so I'll bring you back as I get along a bit. clearer here, so I'll point out this toll. They're overhead tolls in Portugal. It works on your toll box as long as it's enabled on your system, or a credit card when you come across the border. There are still some normal toll booths, so if you're registered, you use the green lane. If you have to pay cash, use one or the other. But a toll box or a registered credit card at the border, then you can use the green lane and it will just automatically pick up your registration number. Beautiful morning, beautiful sunrise. Now I started early because I want to try and miss some of the traffic, but I'm not sure where I'm going, and like I've just said before, if you're going somewhere like a big city and you don't know where you're going, it's best to have your break so that before you get there, because you don't want to be getting there and then with 4 hours on your clock and then thinking, oh my god, I need to find somewhere to have a break. So I'm going to stop. I've done about 3 hours. I'm going to stop here. I'm about maybe an hour and a half from where I want to go, and I probably could get there in the time that I've got left, but I don't want to risk it and then find out that I can't find anywhere to park to have my break. So I'm going to have a break here, and then that gives me 4.5 hours to find the destination that I want to go to and find a bit of parking. I'm not in a mad panic then when I don't know where I'm going. Well, it's nicer now. The sun's come out and it's burnt the fog off. It was quite amusing back there when I was having a break, because I was having a quiet cup of coffee and the Portuguese version of the DVSA decided to come and share my table. Just what you really don't want when first thing in the morning. So the place I'm going to is a storage facility and like a warehouse but it's also a customs clearance one, and it's also a bonded warehouse. So I haven't had to clear customs coming down. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't had to clear customs coming down because the warehouse that I'm taking the goods to are going to do all the clearing and all the customs necessary in-house. So they're just going to have it stored there, and because it's a bonded warehouse, it means that officially the tax hasn't been paid, and officially they are allowed to store it and do all the paperwork for it. So looking at the map, there's a road that runs alongside this motorway, which is kind of an industrial sort of area, and the place I want is halfway along it, so it's kind of like parallel to the motorway, and I could go past it and come back to it, but what I'm going to do, so that I don't miss it, I've come up this one, and then I'm going to go down towards it, and it should come up on my left hand side. But like I said, I've got 4.5 hours to get there, or like 3 hours left now, but you know, I've got plenty of time to get there. I must admit, I do like Portugal. Just going to take it steady, because I reckon it's on the left here, opposite where this workshop garage place is. Down there, that's where it is. Solid white line, so I'm going to have to go down and come back to it. So maybe it would have been better to come off at the next junction and come up to it, but it makes no odds. We've found it, and I'll just go down and turn around at the roundabout and turn right into it. Oh, pretty fountain. Busy bit of road with all this industry along it. Don't know what's holding us up, just a busy bit of road, I think. Everybody going to work. Now it should, luckily this guy in front's going slow, it should come up on the right hand side, just up here somewhere. Because there's the parked lorries, the breakdown workshop type garage there that we saw. So it's got to be just here. Just there it is, just there. That's where we're going. Not a very big place, but it does look quite busy. I don't think the place in the left is anything to do with it. I don't know about the place on the right, but I'm guessing that that's the office in front. There's all bays at the back, so I'll park here. I don't know what these two lorries are doing, unless they're all waiting to get in. I hope we don't have to go into around the back. We won't get it off at the bay anyway, will we? Because we loaded it through the side. So I'll go into the office and see what the story is. There's an amusing piece of load security for you. Portuguese at its best. Sorry, I didn't have time to record anything because the guys came out from this place on the right hand side when I came down, place on the right, and they said, oh, we need that in here. This is the hyper security place or whatever. All the art stuff comes into here, art exhibition, whatever it is you call it. They seem to know exactly what these goods are, and they're expecting it. So I had to get over and do my boards and everything. They are managing to tip it from one side. Really, really nice people, but they've got really long forks, so they're tipping, taking 2 sets of boxes off at a time, and then once they've done that, they can manage to get the other box off as well. So much quicker tipping it than it was loading it. Such nice young men. I mean, they're all my son's age. Really nice young men. And they started talking to me in Portuguese. I said, I am really sorry. I have 3 words of Portuguese. Bom dia, which is good day, and obrigado, which is thank you. I said, that's it. That's my total Portuguese. He said, that's okay. We speak English. I said, just the job. And I must admit, I like the Portuguese. Historically, they are our oldest allies, and I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, I think they have to learn English all the way through school. I have never met, a bit like a Dutch person, I have never met a Portuguese person that does not understand at least a bit of English. So that's me tipped. I need a 24-hour break, so I'm going to find somewhere to park. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I apologise for the length of it, but if I'd have cut any more out, the thing wouldn't have made any sense. So I'm sure you can fast forward it if you don't like it. And I shall see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye.